Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. I am not going to do a specific star sign reading this evening. I feel very guided to do a reading for those at this time who are trying hard to let go of somebody or something, trying hard to let go of having an expectation or wanting a certain outcome to something. And it sounds so simple in a way to do, to let go. But when we have held on to something for so long, it can also become very habitual. It's a conditioned way that we react. We have a reaction to life about holding on to things. There was a beautiful quote that I saw earlier today, and I just wanted to read this to you first of all, before I moved ahead with the reading. If this reading does resonate, then it was meant for you at this time, my darling. And if it doesn't resonate, it simply means it was not for you at this time. There will always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time, as guided by spirit. So many of you have said so many wonderful comments to me about me being a teacher and helping. My role as a messenger is very simply that. It is a messenger. I'm a little bit like a text message, I suppose. And my role as a messenger is to give you the words that help trigger within you the ability for you to reconnect to the divinity within you, for you to remember who you are, a part of all that is, a part of all that is I am. And that process, when spirit guides you to come to these readings and you resonate with what I am saying and you feel the emotions that goes with that, is very beautiful to receive, but also for me to receive that as a gift for myself, because in doing these readings, I am doing them for you. I am doing them for those that are willing to come and listen, those that have been guided to listen. But I'm doing it for myself too, my darling, because in speaking these words, in speaking God's truth, in speaking from my higher self, I also received the gift that I am giving to you, or spirit is giving to you. So thank you so much for all your kindnesses. It does humble me, and I am incredibly grateful, but I am simply a messenger. But thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's, coming back to the letting go, I just wanted to read this to you because this was the premise of why I feel that Spirit has asked me to come on this evening and to do a reading about letting go. And it's a quote by somebody called Rachel Brathen, who is a yoga teacher. And she said the following: "Life is made up of a collection of moments that are not ours to keep. The pain we encounter throughout our days spent on this earth comes from the illusion that some moments can be held onto. Clinging to people and experiences that were never ours in the first place is what causes us to miss out on the beauty of the miracle that is the now. All of this is yours, yet none of it is. How could it be? Look around you, everything is fleeting. To love and let go, love and let go, love and let go. It's the single most important thing we can learn in this lifetime." And it's a very beautiful, resonating words from Spirit via Rachel Brathen. When we love and let go, what we are doing in that moment is accepting that life is all about the here and now. And when we attach a meaning or we wish for an outcome for something, we are expressing in that moment the dissatisfaction of where we are right now. We're feeling that lack of. And I'm going to move ahead with the reading now and see what else Spirit says with regards to this for you. And if it does resonate, I would be so grateful if you would comment and like the video for me. It is my life path to do this. And I am so grateful for all of you, my Veritas family, who come regularly, and those that are new here today, this evening, to come and listen to Spirit's voice. Thank you, my darlings. So let's move ahead with the reading. I felt guided initially to start with my little Light Seers Tarot, because we are all light seers, and let's have a little look. You know, when Rachel talks about, what does she say here? Everything is fleeting. That's change, my darling. Change is amazing. And I know we've almost been taught, and we've told ourselves, I'm so sorry, that's Nut, by the way, my naughty dashing puppy. She's obviously picked the noisiest toy that she can find. So change, everything happens the whole way time, and we are always evolving. That is evolution. And the only way for evolution is to go forward. So don't fear change, embrace change. And if you are holding on to something that's not meant to be for you at this time, in letting go of it, you're allowing what's meant to come in for you to come in for you. So let's move ahead with the reading. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. For those that are learning to let go, thank you, Spirit. The High Priestess, what a beautiful card to start with here. This is the need for you to take a step back and observe. It's a very interesting concept to observe, because to observe is it's not looking. It's observing from quite a distant point of view. It's almost like observing yourself in a play, observing the story of your life, and to stand back and observe with almost a lack of detachment, to observe from a place where you're not attaching any meaning to it, and you're not attaching any meaning, you're not attaching any great feelings to it. You're just observing why this has happened for you. And in doing that, you're not reacting. You're not reacting to your thoughts. You're not reacting to sort of feelings you may get in your body. You're just learning to be witness. You're witnessing what is happening. And by doing that, by observing, you are allowing yourself to receive your soul's insight. You're allowing yourself to be in this present moment, this present gifted moment, because you have removed yourself from your mind. You're almost out of your mind when you start to step into that stillness and observe things. And if you can have no opinion on something, this is as a High Priestess, if you can have no opinion on something, you allow the truth to come in. When we have very strong opinions on things, or we apportion blame onto people, we don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. So try not to have any strong opinion on anything. And you might think it's very bland, but it's an incredibly, an incredibly powerful place to be, my darling. So that is the High Priestess. Meditate. I mean, I can't emphasize it enough. If you're not meditating and you don't feel you can, then just sit quietly for 10, 20 minutes, maybe without a puppy. Sit outside, have your bare feet on the ground, and just listen to the sound of your breathing, the sound of life. Listen to that. Take yourself into that space. You will feel, even if you come out of it after 10 or 20 minutes, you will feel, you may not know of anything that's happened, but you will feel in that moment of stillness, you have been the I am. You have been I am in the present moment. So, and look at that. How beautiful is that? That is the Eight of Wands. And that is by directing your focus inward, by being, just by being. We are human beings. We spend so much of our time doing, but we are beings. And by doing that, by stopping, by not trying to block, I'm saying not trying to block thoughts, it's by not keeping yourself so busy that you're trapping things within you, that you don't want yourself to allow to think about something. Do allow yourself that stillness, that quiet is a gift to yourself. Because otherwise you're forgetting about yourself. You're so busy doing your life, you're not being your life. Your reality is almost creating your consciousness, not the other way around. Your consciousness should create your reality. And it all starts with you in that being state. So this is the Eight of Wands. This is about you being in a space where you are able to receive. And to do that is to say the words, I am ready. Now, I am, again, two words we use all the time in our life, every day. I am, and I'm going to say, I am happy, I am joyful, I am love. But if we say the other words, the more negative side, we're also stating out an energy of who we are in that present moment. And the I am is God as well. God said to Moses, I am who I am that I am. And the I am is stating that in this present moment, you can decide to be who you wish to be. A human being, who do you wish to be? It is your choice, nobody else's. If you say that you're happy, then you're happy. If you say that you're being creative, you're being creative. If you say that you're content, you're being content. Nobody else gets to decide that for you. Life is not about what has just gone. It's about right now. This is the process of life. This is the process of evolution. And that's why, you know, Rachel's quote is so powerful. It's made up of a collection of moments that are not ours to keep. And when we have an attachment to them, we hold on to it energetically. It's almost like we're scarf pulling. Nobody is ours to keep. It is ours to enjoy in the moment, and souls come together to collectively for so many reasons. So let's move ahead with the reading for you. So you've got the High Priestess and the Eight of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. You know, that beingness depends on you not reacting, you observing, you not wishing to change anything, wishing to not living in the past, not living in the future. It's about now, right now, right now. I feel guided to give you a reading on this. And in doing that, it brings me bang right into this present moment with you. And what's so beautiful about this present moment is that I am doing this reading, talking to you, but you may not listen to me for months or maybe a year. You may click on this reading at another time, but I'm still talking to you right now. Time has no meaning. We've just given time a meaning. It's really rather strange, isn't it? Thank you, Spirit. It's in that silence of being that the answers come. You know, our mind can overanalyze the whole time. That mind, our beautiful mind that is made up of all this judged data that we hold about ourselves, others, things that have happened in our lives, the attachments to things that have happened, you know, problems that we have had. And you know, problems is because we've attached an outcome to something and it didn't happen the way it should have happened. Life is an ebb and a flow. It's a constant source of constant movement of evolution. It's constant change. So embrace the change. And if somebody or something has left your life, it is because your soul understands why. Your soul understands why. Okay, your soul is on a your soul has a yearning. If somebody or something has left your life, they are not meant for you at this time. At this time, they may come back into your life, or it may come back into your life. But if you can trust that your soul knows why this is happening, you may not understand it, but it is for your greatest good, then it helps you in this present moment to feel that peace. And that peace gives you patience and understanding and compassion as well. So let's just move ahead and see. The Four of Pentacles is about not letting go. So this is Spirit's message, and it's a very strong message here as well. Sometimes when we feel that we are not letting go of something, it's because the fear of not having it would create a void within us. But if it was never ours, and we assigned something or somebody else as our source of joy and happiness, then what we did at the same time was assign them as our source of suffering in that moment. And that's why it's so important about your sense of worth within yourself. You are a beautiful individual representation of all that is. I am. You are a piece of divinity. You are experiencing, you are a spiritual being experiencing life as a human in a physical form. And your soul has its life path, its mission. And all of these experiences that you have gone through, my darling, all of these experiences that you have gone through have brought you to this present moment. Everything is as it should be. Everything is as your soul wishes it to be. And it is for your soul's evolution, because your soul needs to constantly evolve. And as it evolves, it remembers who it is, a part of all that is. And that's when you have those aha moments, those knowing thoughts. That is your soul's, your piece of divinity, that ancient wisdom coming through for you at exactly the right time that you need it. But it can't come through to you if you are not willing to listen. And so I hope that these words are resonating with those that have been guided to come and listen. In letting go of something or somebody, there is a great power and peace in letting go, because what you're doing is letting go of an outcome. You're letting go of control, of trying to force something to happen, and you are allowing yourself and another to continue on your journeys as it is meant to be. If somebody is meant to be with you, they will be with you. But there are times when people have to part, and just know that it is for your protection, your guidance, your whoever you are thinking about, theirs as well. It is simply sometimes that experiences and lessons that we are learning and growing with have to be done individually. They cannot be done together with another. Hurts cannot be healed in the same place that you were hurt. So let's move ahead with this and see. Thank you, Spirit. One more card from this deck. The Eight of Cups. It's the walking away. Beautiful reading. In walking away from this, you are allowing yourself to, by holding on to it, all you're doing is causing your own unhappiness. You're giving something a meaning. Something only has a meaning. Something only has a meaning when it didn't happen the way that problem didn't happen the way you wanted it to. So if you wish for something to happen and it didn't happen, then you are giving it a meaning, you're labeling it. But if you trust that this beautiful process of life itself is for your evolution, your soul's evolution, and you love yourself, you do love yourself, and yourself must come first in your life as self is, because when you have a foundation within yourself where that happiness and peace doesn't come from another, it comes from yourself, and then you're willing to share that love with another, to be a part of that love, then that brings you peace, and that brings you into that moment of peace and happiness. It is only by walking away and letting go and letting God that you allow the process of your evolution and their evolution, their soul's evolution, to continue the way it's meant to. And in letting go and letting God, you start to see God's hand in everything. There's a little bit of magic. There's a little bit of surprise and delight. Because if we try and hold on to something that was not meant for us, we don't allow our wheel of fortune to turn. We're literally holding on and we're not allowing it to turn. So Spirit's advice is to let go, to walk away energetically as well. Do it with love and understanding for yourself and for them. But don't try and force something to be if it's not meant to be. Because in doing so, you're allowing this to come in. The Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles represent the manifestation of our desires. They can talk about health and wealth and all sorts of things, but I like to see them as our manifestations, the things that we're causing to happen, either individually as souls or collectively as a group of souls. And so you're allowing the universe, you're allowing God to step in and to do what your soul is bidding, to do what you are causing to happen. And that is the Ace of Pentacles. It is fresh from the ground there. It is something that you are looking to manifest, and it has as above, down below. It's been happening for you, just have not seen it in your reality. Believing is seeing, not seeing is believing. Trust that everything is always working in your favor, good or bad. And when you are grateful for everything, absolutely everything, even if you don't understand it, even if it's painful at the time, it allows you to embrace that change, and it allows you to be open and willing to receive the insights that bring you that peace and happiness, and to not then have attachments to things that are not at this time there for you to serve you or for your greatest good. Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else from another deck that we'd like to do? Let's look at my Muse Tarot. Thank you. Letting go and being in the present moment requires nothing from you except for your decision to do it, even for a moment, even for a moment. And life is full of moments. So just start by taking that one step when you feel brave enough to just say, this moment, I am just going to be. Hello. And in that moment, you have the Ace of Swords that flew out, the Ace of Voices here. In that moment of allowing yourself to receive, of allowing yourself to be still, you start to receive the clarity. Say thank you for the answers coming to me at exactly the right time I need them. Thank you, God, for helping me to learn to let go. Thank you, God, for helping me to understand that this problem, this attachment has already been solved for me. Thank you for the lessons and the growth that I have learned during this. And I am ready. I am who I am. I am ready for whatever you wish, the universe wishes, my soul wishes to bring in for me. And that is the Ace of Voices, the Ace of Swords. And you see there that beautiful white owl representing that clarity and that wisdom. Now, what's quite funny with this card is while all this is still going on, you've still got to do your washing. You've still got to do the bits and pieces during your day, that sort of chop wood, pour water. If there's something also that's you enjoy doing that's kind of considered a chore, whether, I don't know, whether it is chopping wood, whether it is doing the yarning, but that thing where you are methodically doing something, it does kind of put you in that sort of meditative state as well. So you don't have to sit and be, you can be in doing, but if you are allowing whatever that is meant to come in, and catch your thoughts though if you find that they are repetitive and they are taking you back to that place of attachment or yearning or the same story that you've been telling yourself, because that's what your mind does. It tells you stories from the data it holds from this lifetime. That's all it can tell you. So if that data is very judged on you or on others, it's just going to go round and round and round like in a washing machine. So just ask yourself whether you are having a reactionary thought or whether this is a renewed thought, whether this is that. You'll know whether it's a moment of insight. You'll know. It'll just come through. And if things come through to you that with words that you wouldn't normally use, or words you don't know what they are, look them up, see what it says, because that's your soul talking to you. But you have to quieten your mind. You have to be out of your mind to allow your soul to speak, my darling. You really do. So let's have a look to see what else. Thank you, Spirit. Just move those cards for a second. And also when we talk about our problems, it can be one of our biggest addictions. So when you're talking about all of this with people that are close to you, do catch yourself again, because where attention goes, energy flows. And if you want to move forward, that's why silence is so powerful. It is only in the silence when you allow yourself to be still, that you receive the insight. And and it's give yourself this present time. It's a gift to yourself. And for those on a spiritual path, being alone and keeping a distance is a great opportunity for your growth as well. It's time to nurture yourself. Thank you. Look how beautiful this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Wands has now popped out for you. So you've had the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. This is a yes card. These are two big yes cards from the universe. The universe always says yes. So whatever the question is that you're thinking, the answer is yes. But is your consciousness going to create reality, or is your reality going to create your consciousness? Are you going to react to your reality, or are you going to cause it? There are three, you've heard me say this before, there are three tools of creation: your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. So what you are doing, thinking, saying, and doing now, you're placing into your future. Where attention goes, energy flows. So why not give more of your attention to being, to enjoying, to being still, and give your attention to what brings you joy, my darling. That is the Ace of Wands. It is out of this that you grow, you evolve. You see the lotus flower. It's very beautiful. This is your inner healing at this time. And release the responsibilities and the burdens that you feel that you carry for others at this time. Everybody is on their own soul path. You can't carry other people. You can't heal other people. Healers trigger in another the ability for them to heal themselves. If you simply focus, this is why your only responsibility is for yourself. Whatever this is, whatever has happened in your life, ask yourself, what is it trying to teach me? What am I meant to take from this? What am I meant to take for this in order for me to grow and evolve, in order for me to shift my energy from this lower vibration to a higher vibration? What is it trying to teach me? Be very honest with yourself. Look at repetitive patterns in your life, repetitive cycles, and remove the responsibility that you feel or the need to rescue others. The only person you need to focus on right now is yourself. Because in doing that, you create within you that extraordinarily strong foundation. And then when you start to have that amazing self-respect and love, then you start to attract that in relationships around you as well. You start to see the fallout from your work you've done on yourself. And it's like a domino effect. So start with yourself first, my darling. Release any need to try and fix others in this situation. You can't fix them. They have to go through experiences. They have to feel the feelings themselves. They have to feel it. They can't be told it. So, and I know there's a loyalty there, but it's about you having those healthy boundaries for yourself as well with this 10 of Wands. Okay, so let's see what else. I'm going to pull from another deck. I'm going to pull from my animal deck here. And if your, thank you, Spirit, if your energy is shifting and you are feeling that, you know, something's happened and I am having moments where I'm able to release this and I feel better within myself, don't be surprised if God, the universe, keeps those doors shut of the person or the thing that you're thinking about, because that is your old energy. And where you are now is not going to match to where you were then. And what you are expressing yourself at the moment, what your intention is, your soul's intention, what you are subconsciously putting out there is, I now deserve this. This is what I'm wishing to attract in my life. So you will attract into your life where you are right now. You know, as your self-worth elevates, so too do the relationships that you have around you elevate in closeness, in an understanding, with compassion, and, you know, the current relationships and new relationships coming in. You didn't come this far to experience the same thing all over again. Thank you, Spirit. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And Wombat Spirit, be at home. So Panther Spirit, first of all, reclaim your power. Beautiful card, the panther who lives alone, mysterious. This is the Empress. This is somebody who is ready to receive. I am ready to receive whatever God, the universe, wishes to give me at this present time. The panther is an intense observer in the shadows, watching and ready to leap on any opportunity that comes forward. This is about you being mysterious, my darling, taking a step back, observing, being silent, and not giving everything away, not talking it all through with everybody. Step back and observe, say nothing. Allow the insight to come to you. And a very wise person said to me, and I'm going to repeat this, and you may have heard me say this before, if you do feel the need to speak, it is not how the message is received that is your priority. It is how you receive it. It is how it's delivered. Because in speaking from the right place and speaking when you feel, no, Daisy, you can't go in there. When I think there's a toy in there. When you speak from a place where, as you say the words, you have that clarity and insight, that is the gift you're giving yourself. So it is not how the message is received. It is how you are saying. It is how you give it. You are giving yourself the gift of clarity. And if somebody who you wish for them to receive this message doesn't receive the message in the way that you intended, it is not for you to worry about or to try again, because maybe they weren't meant to receive that message at the time. It was for you. They're not ready to receive it. Somebody can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. And if they're not there, you can't force them to be in that space with you. You have to have the respect for them to allow them to continue on their journey at exactly the right time and pace for them, just like you would ask for the respect for your journey too. Be the panther, my darling. Observe. Be that intense observer, trying not to attach too much thought or opinion to it. And then you had here the wombat spirit, be at home. This is you coming home literally to yourself, understanding that you are creating this space around you, that just be coming home to yourself is an extraordinary thing. When you are at home with yourself, you're comfortable, aren't you? You feel a warmth, you want to be there. So this is about you coming home to yourself. This is about you discovering your true identity. Who are you? I am. You are the I am. Why are you here? What do you intend to do about that? What is the next greatest, grandest version of you? What do you want to create next? Come home to yourself first, my darling, and then they'll come knocking on the door. But come home to yourself first. And then you've got the stag spirit. Take the lead. Take the lead. This is your time now to take those steps forward. There's no more waiting around. There's no more waiting for somebody to come back into your life to make you feel fulfilled. This is time for you to take the lead for yourself. Be open, be receptive. Whatever you're looking to do with the stag, it is a beautiful cause. It's a noble thing, my darling. Take the lead. And I'm going to finish, thank you, Spirit. What am I going to finish with? What would you like me to do? I'm going to finish with, I'm going to finish with my new, well, it's the new version of the Gilded Tarot. So, and it's actually quite funny because I shuffled these decks earlier and the Eight of Cups is on the top of the deck again. So that is very beautiful. And on the bottom is the Six of Swords. So you are being guided to leave behind, unless you already have done so. And this is about you letting go or somebody leaving your life. But with this Three of Cups here, it is an emotional pull for you. I understand that. I really understand that. And the other Five Cups represents you sitting in that past, worrying about, having regrets, sitting in the present, feeling that lack of, that void within you, and looking to the future with a fear. If you have that void within you, then that is something to do that inner work on yourself. Because if the void has been left by somebody, then what is it within you that feels the need to fulfill that with somebody else? Where does that go back to, my darling? It can be something so simple, some small trigger from childhood, but it's worth a look, isn't it? To go back to the feeling behind the feeling behind the feeling. But the Eight of Cups, the walking away, because it is your soul's intent. It is your soul's journey. This is for the evolution of your soul. And by releasing the attachment to it, to those fleeting moments, to look at them with love, but by releasing attachment to them, you're allowing, it's like that untethered soul, the book, The Untethered Soul. Maybe you're meant to read that. You're untethering yourself to move forward. And look at this, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords for me is always a card that kind of comes out after the Hermit card. And of course, the Hermit card's on the bottom of the Light Seers deck. So there has been a time for you, maybe COVID's been that time for you, where you have been in a space, you know, of rest, rejuvenation, quiet. And what has COVID given you? What has this time given you? What insights has it given you? What changes has happened in your life? Where are you now looking to make change in your life, having now come out into what we call normal life? But we've gone from being very quiet to much busier again. So it's about remembering about the fact that you are a human being, not a human doing. And you've needed this time. You've needed this time, my darling. You know, that time alone is time spent with God. It's when God wants to spend time with us. That time alone in the stillness is a very precious, precious time. And this Six of Swords, you're now ready for whatever the next place. I don't know if I'm somebody's moving within the US or something, but you're now ready for the next stage of your life, this next cycle. And there's been heartache with you. There really has been heartache. Maybe it's happened, you know, twice over. But what's so beautiful is Spirit is simply asking you to move forward and glide through the waters of trust. In the Bible, have no fear is mentioned. The most often words spoken in the Bible are have no fear. Obviously said in many different ways, but it's have no fear. To move forward with the trust that it is all happening for your greatest good. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. And this is for your soul's evolution. I know I keep saying that, but the evolution is change, and change is good. So embrace the change. Move forward with I am ready, because I am puts you in that present gifted moment. And as you move forward, this new cycle will unfold the way it's meant to. People will appear in your life the way it's meant to. People will leave your life the way it's meant to. But if you move forward with a joy that you are moving forward for your greatest good, and the universe loves surprises and delights, then it'll really help you at this time. And the swan of this boat represents great healing. It's a sort of a great healing time for you. And by letting go and letting God and following the signs, following your feelings, always listen to your feelings, my darling, always listen to your feelings. Don't listen to that monkey brain of yours. We all have it. Some of ours are louder than others, but listen to your feelings and know that those, as I said, those that you need on this journey will come in at exactly the right time for you. And there's a lot of inner work that's going on under the surface, a little bit like a swan's feet. There's a lot of inner work that's happening for you at this time. You may or may not be aware of it, but you are being moved forward in the right direction. I think I'm going to finish. No, I'm going to do one last card for you, which is my sacred. Is this my sacred traveler deck? Oh no, hang on, is this my Sacred Traveler deck? I believe this is my Sacred Traveler deck. So let's have a little look for you. Thank you. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. And wise leader. So look, you've got passion and pleasure, savor your life. This is about enjoying those moments. That was the first card that came out. This is about enjoying every single moment as much as you can. Keep bringing yourself back to the I am in this present moment. Keep pulling your thoughts away from things that have happened and what your worries and concerns are. Just try and maybe start tomorrow. Wake up with, I am ready. Say to the universe, thank you for my surprise and delight today. Let it go and try and enjoy as many moments of your day tomorrow. Because life is, a happy person comes from a life as full as many happy moments as possible. So savor and enjoy. And the more that you are grateful, the more that you are happy, the more your vibration shifts, the more you're attracting in that higher vibration. This is a temporary time for you, my darling. It is a temporary time for you, but it's a very, very important time. It's a pivotal time for you to step forward now with letting go as much as you possibly can at this time. Keep going forward, ascending the mountain. You are being guided. You have very sure-footed guides around you. You are yourself. The higher you get, there are difficulties, but every obstacle, my darling, is a way, is a learning, it's a gift. It's a gift of learning for you. Keep ascending that mountain. And then when you get to the top, it's that sort of higher self, being able to see things from a wider perspective, being able to see things from a very clear lens of life above the clouds, being able to see the horizon, understanding that what seemed like a huge obstacle down below is actually very, very small. And you are a beacon for others. Everything that you are doing at this time is for a reason. You may not understand it. Everything that's happened for you has been for a reason. And although your life's path is for your soul's evolution, your life isn't really truly just about you. It's about everybody's lives you touch as well. So whatever experiences that your soul has chosen to go on in this journey is also for the greatest good of not just yourself, but for others as well. So if you are a beacon for others, then whatever you have gone through has allowed yourself to show understanding and compassion and support and love for others, that you can do so from a place of knowledge and understanding. So if you're feeling at this time that it is a little unfair and you're having problems letting go, trust that you are going through this in order to then move forward into the next moment of the greatest, grandest version of who you are, my darling. That's in the words of Neil Donald Walsh and Conversations with God. And if you haven't read that book, please read that book. It is a beautiful, extraordinary book. So my love, I hope that has resonated and helped with those that were guided to see this reading. I am going away to France on Friday, so the day after tomorrow, for a few days for my brother's birthday, sort of en famille trip. So I am aiming to try and get 2 readings done tomorrow for Capricorn and Gemini. They have been very patient. And then I will be looking to do more readings next week when I am back. So it'll be from sort of Tuesday onwards. I shall be looking to do another reading or 2 readings a day for you all. I also do try and reply to all of you, to all your lovely messages. Each and every message I do reply to. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than I would like to. You are so wonderful with your messages to me. I really truly feel very blessed for it. But it's very important that I give you the gift and energy back that you have given me. So do bear with me if it takes me a little longer then I would wish to send you back my message back to you. But thank you so much. It brings me great joy to read those messages. So my darlings, until I see you next time, whether it's tomorrow or next week, take care and have a very lovely weekend. So much love to you all. Bye-bye.